Okay, so you've got this card of denial. You might be going through a very, very difficult situation. You've got a very dark card over here. It's not coming to an end, but there's been a lot of toxic thoughts going around in your head. You've been feeling very lonely, very isolated. Almost as though you've been set adrift from everybody else. You can see this lady's really lying alone in this bed with all these snakes around her. So, maybe it's all negative thoughts. It could even be negative people around you that are making you feel very, very lonely, very upset. But this cycle is now coming to an end. There's a sense of denial over here. You've got Venus sitting in a Scorpio over here. So it's about maybe you had very intense feelings for somebody and you feeling very let down, very betrayed. Maybe that person was really nasty towards you, a very toxic person that you were dealing with. And this has you're not facing some kind of truth as well about that particular relationship, or maybe why it wasn't working out. So in a sense, a state of denial as well. You've got the ace of wind over here, which is the ace of swords. So some realization coming to you over here with that realization card. But with the ace of, a new clarity coming in. So maybe all this time spent, the reason why it is the cycle coming to an end is because you've had some kind of epiphany about what had happened about that situation. And you have decided to cut ties with that particular past and move on. You look, it looks like this has brought a lot of. It's something that's almost like a bolt from the blue. So it's brought a lot of clarity in for you. Whatever this new thing is that has been revealed, and it also could have been a truth that has come to light. And now you're seeing things in a very different way. And there's also with that ace of wind or the ace of swords, is about cutting out that past because of that realization that came through for you. Now you've taken back your power. You've got the Emperor card over here. And this is ruled by Aries. And this is about taking control back of that situation again and, showing people exactly where you're coming from. Taking authority with that Emperor, taking your power back. Now you've got the Fool card, so you have started something brand new here with this Fool card, a new cycle coming in for you. So everything in the past has now ended and you are now moving forward. There also seems like you have felt that something is missing in your life and you may be going back to, redoing it, or revisiting the past and starting to complete projects that you haven't finished in the past with that Judgment card. So you've been called upon this to, finish off something that you have started in the past and maybe didn't quite complete. This could also be people from the past emerging, so you could be bumping into old friends or old relationships and maybe revisiting them again. So that could be the case. So going to the future, you've got the Oracle card over here, which is the card, card ruled by Virgo. So this is the Hermit card. So spending a lot of time by yourself, maybe going through a lot of spiritual growth as well. Maybe even doing some studying or even very, very focused on your work here. And also getting in touch with your emotional side over here. You can see this woman's got a mermaid tail there, implying, the water element, which is your emotions. Then you've got the Purifier card over here. So maybe this person that you were dealing with in the past, this is like the Devil card, was very, very controlling. But also this card implies that, you might be still having a lot of negative thoughts about the situation, feeling a bit depressed or feeling a bit restricted by what had happened in the past. Like I said, that person could have been quite controlling and quite very much a manipulator. Now, this could also mean that you're dealing with a Capricorn energy as well with that Devil card, and maybe there's still, a bit in your life still controlling and trying to manipulate you as well. So those are the energies within those 2 weeks. Now you've got the Lord of Teacups over here. So this could be, it could be you, spending a lot of time by yourself, really enjoying your own company over there. But then again, this could be, somebody that you're turning to for some kind of advice or support. You could be getting some kind of professional counseling as well with this Lord of Teacups, which is the King of Cups. But and it's really, really good advice and some profound advice that you might need to be taking and applying it to your life. Now, with this in this deck, you can see this Lord of Teacups is quite satisfied. He's enjoying all the best of everything. So, you could be enjoying the fruits of all your labor or everything you've done and celebrating your own independence as well with that Lord of Teacups. This could also be, somebody that is, in your life that guides you. And it could be a father figure, somebody that you go to for advice. And they're pretty, established. They've been through their own hardships in the past. But they're able to give you some really good advice. So there's somebody there that is offering you some support and some sort of constructive advice, really, on how to get through this particular situation. Now you've got the Ten of Coins over here. So you've ended a relationship. It could be a marriage. Because there seems to have been joint finances within that particular relationship, and you've let it go and you're moving on. Now there could be, there's money coming in as well with that Ten of Coins, so there could have been a settlement as well from that particular situation. But it looks like you've got that Knight of Coins over here, moving forward in life and focusing on your work. So you found your pathway again, even though you feel like this is the autumn of your life. You can see all these leaves are falling. So something has ended, something has died off in your life. You are now moving towards stability and you're focusing on your work, it seems, with that Knight of Coins. Now, in the past, you've got the Strength card over here. So it seems like you've decided that you're not listening to anybody's advice. You can see this woman's hands on this man's mouth. So whatever he's saying, she's not really giving it any thought. She's got her hat on, so she's thinking for herself there, and she's not really listening to anybody else. She's drawing from her own strength and her own independence. So it seems like that's where you are coming from in this last few months. You've been, taking a stand for what you believe in and saying what you want, and you're not listening to what advice anybody's got to give. So you are doing your own thing over there. And you've got the Eight of Teacups. It looks like you've left behind that difficult situation. You can see this woman's in this carriage and she's driving away from that house. So whatever that relationship was, it was a very established relationship. Like I said, it could have been a marriage because you've got that Ten of Coins over there. So that's the end of that relationship. And you've moved away from it. You've let it go. So you've got the Nine of Candlesticks on your mind. You can see there's, something going on over here. Maybe you're discovering some secrets that were hidden from you. You can see this woman's with a torch in the dark. And this is bringing light, enlightening you. So some secrets are being revealed to you. Now, with the Ten of Candlesticks or the Ten of Wands, it's about standing up for yourself, against all the odds and, going into your reserves of strength. So maybe there was a lot of battles or arguments or fights or dramas within this relationship, and you're really sick and tired of it. And, you're just holding out and you're very exhausted after all of this that you've been through. So it's usually the card that signifies the last battle and, having to draw from your reserve strengths to sort it out. In this particular deck, you can see this woman's almost sneaking around, or she's just trying to find out information. This is the case. Maybe you are delving into the past to try and find out what was going on. There was something that was sneaky going on behind your back, and you really didn't know about it. So going to the future, you've got that Seven of Quills, and this is showing sneaky behavior. So this is almost as though you intuitively know something was wrong, something was not quite above board there with that 9 of candlesticks, and you're going around looking for the answers. And then you've got that 7 of quills over here, which is, you can see this woman stealing. So whatever was going on, or this person that you were dealing with was doing things behind your back, sneaking around. There was a loss on your particular part, and this person was lying quite a bit. So this is the energy that you still seem to be dealing with, or you're discovering that about that particular person. Now, coming up for you, what's going on with you? You've got the 2 of coins over here. So it looks like there's a new relationship that will be coming your way, and it is going to be somebody that you're going to be meeting on the work front. So there might be some kind of social event, on the work front, because you've got that 2 of coins over here, and you can see these 2 people meeting each other there. And it looks like that is where you might end up meeting somebody that you get very, very interested in. Somebody that you're working with starting to show interest in you. Now, you've got the Devil card over here. So you're, whoever this person is that you're still dealing with, it looks like even though you've moved away or you've ended that relationship with that particular person, it seems still that they're still trying to control you by some means. Manipulating you, still taking, charge. Maybe, you don't have the confidence to really act, independently, and you're allowing them to do that. Because you can see this woman's pushing this little girl around, and she's got somebody kneeling at her. So this person that you're dealing with is a pretty toxic person. They're very much bully. And they seem to be still controlling you, maybe by some kind of means. And they're still using, methods or ways that are very sneaky to do it. So they might be manipulating the people around you in order to get control of you. And they're still lying. They're still saying things. They're very deceptive. This person, because you've got the 7 of Quills next to the Devil over there. So that particular person is quite sneaky. They're quite a manipulator. And they use a lot of lies as well to get their way. So just be aware of that. Now, what you want is to maybe travel a little bit. You've got the 3 of Candlesticks over there. You want to see the world. You want to get out there. You're making plans for the future as well. So, you're hoping for your freedom, really, and, getting to know a lot more people as well with that 3 of Candlesticks. Now, going into the future, you've got the Lord of Coins, you've got the Maiden of Candlesticks, and you've got the Maiden of Quills. There's a lot of people here. So, the Lord of Coins could be, somebody that you end up having a relationship with. This person is, very financially independent. They're in charge. They're a boss of something. So they're quite on the top of their ladder. They're somebody that likes to study as well. And they're also somebody that's very analytical, a very ambitious person who's got a really good focus on, on money, on finances, knows how to handle things. So this is a person that seems to be coming into your arena soon. And maybe this is the person that you're going to be meeting on the work front here with this 2 of Coins. But they're quite established, in themselves. They're quite independent as well. You've got that Maiden of Quills over here. So this is about you focusing on that work and, concentrating on getting the job done, really. You're still, you're spending time with friends, but this is about isolating yourself. So maybe this person is going to make some kind of approach to you. But right now, maybe you're getting over this relationship that you're going through, and you don't seem to be that interested. It seems like the work seems to be the only thing that's on your mind at the moment. Now you've got the Maiden of Candlesticks over here, And you can see this woman's, looking at herself in the mirror and maybe doing some self-reflection as well. So you're spending a lot of time by yourself, having gone through a lot of difficulties with that Maiden of Quills, but you're also doing a lot of soul searching, it seems. There seems to be some friends around you that are giving you that support and advice and help, and maybe you're starting to see yourself in a different light as well. Maybe you like what you see as well, because you can see, she looks quite pleased with who she's becoming. So you are emerging victoriously over the situation, and you're transforming. You are undergoing a transformation at this particular moment. So doing a lot of self-searching, maybe spending a lot of time by yourself, but there seems to be somebody that's going to be interested in you, and somebody who's very, very established. A very learned person as well. So they're well educated. So that relationship could be coming in for you on that work front. So I'm just going to draw some cards from the Archangel Power Tarot. So you've got 3 Michael cards, which is about legal situations that you're still dealing with. So you've got the Knight of Michael, which says time to move quickly, choose logic and emotion over sudden changes. So there's some news coming in. Somebody bringing some kind of news in for you. The Knight of Michael, usually signifies a legal decision that is going to be made, or, you're dealing with that. But also, since Michael is, like the Knight of Swords, and Swords deals with air signs, and Libra is an air sign person, it looks like, this card is signifying your energy. You are moving forward. You are leaving that past behind and you are moving forward. There's some kind of decision that you have to make, and you're going to have to act quickly on it. So maybe if this relationship comes into your arena, you are going to have to make some kind of decision about it reasonably quickly. That Knight of Michael is bringing in news as well, but it's going to allow you to move away. You can see the sun's coming out from the clouds over here. So this is going to, whatever this new relationship is, you're going to have to make a decision. And, it's going to bring in a lot of light into your life. You've got the 4 of Michael over here that says insights that come from quiet meditation, a need to take more sleep and time off and seek relief from stress. So it looks like you do need to take some kind of break, some kind of holiday, and get away from that stressful situation. It's also time for you to come up with a new strategy and a new plan, a new idea with that 4 of Michael. But you do need some rest. You've been very stressed out by all the events that have happened. Then you've got that Queen of Michael over here. You know exactly what to do, the benefit of experience, and a time for your career rather than relationships. Now, it seems like you are focusing a lot on that career as well. You've got that Maiden of Quills there, and you are undergoing some transformation. So, it looks like this person may make an offer to you, this King of Coins over here. So it could be an Earth sign person. You could be dealing with a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo person, but it is somebody that is very, very well established. Now, it might end up just being a very good friendship initially, and then may develop into a relationship, because you are going to be focused a lot on your career. It seems like with the Queen of Michael, which is the Queen of Swords, they tend, she tends to be somebody who has undergone a lot of problems, and now has decided to just, take time out from relationships in order to focus on herself. And, you're very determined to get, over the situation. She's a very determined woman, but she's been through a lot of heartbreak. And she's now getting to know who she is. And you can see that with that Maiden of Candlesticks, doing a lot of self-reflection and trying to get over that difficult situation. So this card says that, it might be time for your career. Maybe you need to heal first before you start a new relationship. Get to know yourself again. But the person that you're dealing with, you haven't quite severed ties with them yet, because, they still have some way in which they are controlling you. They are still manipulating you. And they're still using lies and deception to do that with that 7 of Quills. So just be aware of that. They have very, very sneaky behavior, and you need to watch out for that. So even if you start a new relationship with that Two of Coins, and there does seem to be somebody that you are interested in, you are still being manipulated by this person from the past. So you do need to break ties with them completely. First, heal yourself, transform, and then start a new relationship. And in the meantime, focus on your work, focus on something else that gets you over any kind of emotional turmoil that you might be going on. Because distraction is the best way to start healing. When you start thinking about it, and you come up with a new plan, a new strategy on how to deal with it, then you get your independence back. And with that Four of Michael, you have gone through a lot. You've gone through the ringer, really, and you do need to come up with a new plan on how to deal with whatever has happened. So I hope that this reading has resonated with you, and please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave me some comments if it has. And thank you so much for watching. Take care now. Goodbye.